friends. Chris Kelly here. Hey, that time of the week again. Wanted to take a look at what's going on in the market activity around Portland Metro. So let's dive right into this. I'm going to minimize me so we can look at some numbers. Encouraging. That's the word I'll use to start things off. New listing numbers, pending sales numbers. Remember, the sold listings are kind of a lag number, right? I mean, these are things that happened in now, say, November through January, early January. Well, this is things that are happening now. Particularly in the last week and in the last week. So these numbers are much more closely emulating this time last year. And remember, we were cranking this time last year. Last year was, basically the first half of the year was extremely robust. And the second half wasn't because interest rates did what they did. So, and you can also compare, I mean, we're still off a bit from 2019 was really robust coming out of 2018 and into 2019. But this is really encouraging. These numbers here a month and a half ago, started with a 1 or a 2. So notably better. And again, the average / median days on the market is really comparable to 2019. Again, a very robust market. I know I say that most times I make these posts. Average and median sales price have started to do this again. These numbers, as I said, were coming down a few weeks in a row. So that was interesting and curious, but we're starting to see this. I guess what, like last week's video, I think I started it off calling it turbulence. And I've spent a couple of different video sessions talking about, people jumping into the market and then hitting pause when interest rates, as they capitulate up and down. I found a really good article recently on mortgage rate trends. And what did it say? The title of the article was "The Most Stable Mortgage Rate Trends Since 2021." So not anything to like, oh my gosh, we're all the way stable and everything's perfect. But it did talk about what rates have been doing. And that's kind of this. I mean, they have not been as erratic of late. So one of the notes in this article, it's interestingly enough, this combination of lower and more stable rates perfectly coincides with a notable shift in purchase mortgage applications. Of course it does, for two reasons. Rates have gotten better and more stable. And I think that, that's really the thing that gets the real estate market moving forward. People want to get on with their lives. And part of getting on with one's life sometimes involves buying and selling real estate. So, our families get bigger, we're relocating, all the things that I've talked about that are actually the reasons, the lead measures of why people move and buy and sell real estate. So people want to get on with their lives. Stability in the market, in interest rates, in pricing, really makes that a more comfortable thing for people. And that matters. So is it going to stay that way? No, not necessarily, I should say, but possibly. And that's one thing this article was very aptly careful to point out is, hey, look, we're not, everything's not rosy and perfect. It's going to be a tougher market in 2023 than it was in 2021. Of course, but that's the thing that makes changes in the market less or more of an issue to people is the volatility, the erratic nature, or the stability in what happens. If a market starts cooling, but it cools at a nice gentle rate, that's a whole lot less volatile than, say, interest rates going from 3 to 7 in a 90-day window or a short period of time. That causes a huge pause with people. So I think that some stability has been in place where interest rates are concerned. And I think that'll help make it easier for people to, like I said, get on with their lives. which involves listing property and selling property. And we're just starting to see that, hopefully, in the numbers. And I hope that that's a trend that continues. We still have, as I've said, we still have an inventory problem in Portland Metro. I will say that other markets, I talk to agents and folks that run sales teams around the country, and definitely there are other markets that are experiencing different situations, different circumstances than we are. Where inventory's gone up notably. We have not done that. We still have an inventory problem. I mean, our inventory has gone, as high as 2.6%. That's still really low inventory measured in months. We haven't had inventory over 3 months in at least 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. By the way, a balanced market, 6 months. Anything more than 6 months, we start calling it a buyer's market. And anything under 6 months, other variables notwithstanding, we call it a seller's market. So in this case, even though we have less inventory, which would normally allow a market to behave like it did in 20 and 21 and into 22, just a frenetic pace, low inventory coupled with historically the lowest interest rates ever is what did that. And it also led to pricing doing this. Well, low inventory coupled with a massive spike in interest rates means there's just less going on. There's less inventory, but there's less people buying it. And so what we're starting to see now is a little bit more inventory and more people coming back into the market to buy it. So how those relate with each other as things get better or improve, that's what makes the market more of a seller's market or more of a buyer's market. So anyway, as always, I love talking about this stuff, which is why I do it every week. I also do it because I want to make sure that people in my universe have good information so that you're able to make good decisions if and when the time comes that you need to around real estate. So I just want you to know that my team and I are here for you and yours. If there's something going on, or there is a consideration, or you have a friend or family member that has that's considering doing something, I just want you to know that we're here to help. So feel free and reach out. Or have your friends and family reach out. There's no obligation to work with us. We just want to be of help however we can. Certainly, if there's an opportunity, we'd love to work with them. But anyway, that's what I got for the week. So as I always say, until the next time.